Okay, this video is going to talk about being paid either a straight piece rate or by a differential pay scale. This is a little bit different than being paid per hour. It's being paid on how much you either make, how many items you make, how many items you produce, or in this case I'm going to show you how many items you install. An example of this may be, if a hotel is being made and a contractor is paying the plumbing company let's say $40 per sink installed, okay, as opposed to how many hours they may work in a day. They will get paid by how much work they actually do. And so an example of a straight piece rate would be if this plumbing company got paid $40 per sink installed, what you would do is just basically take that, the rate per unit, which is $40 per sink installed, times how many units they produced or installed that day. So if it's $40 per sink, and let's just use the example of 7 sinks. Let's say this one person installed 7 sinks within a day. They would take, to get the gross pay, you would take the number of units produced, 7, times the rate, 40. And 7 times 40 is $280. So that's what their gross pay would be prior to taxes. Now, as far as a differential pay scale would go, it's similar. They do get paid per installation or per item produced, but it encourages them to produce or install more. So if they only install 1 through 4 sinks, like up to 4 sinks, they're getting paid $30 for each sink. For sinks 5 and 6, they get paid $45 for those 2 installations. Sink 7, sink 8, they get $60 for each of those, and then anything above 9, they'd get $90. Now, what you have to be careful of here is that this isn't, if they install 7 sinks, it's not that they get $60 for every sink. It's that they get $60 for sink number 7. They get $45 for sink number 5 and $45 for sink number 6. And $30 for 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have to break this up a little bit. And so what you would look at is, all right, well, that means that for sinks 1 through 4, they're going to get $30. And for sinks 5 and 6, they're going to get $45. And for sink number 7, they're going to get paid $60. So what you then have to do is say, okay, well, it's not $30 for all of those 4 sinks. It's $30 for each one. So we're going to do $30 times sink 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 sinks. So 30 times 4 is $120. $45 for sink 5 and $40 for sink 6 means that that's a gross of $90 for those 2 sinks. And I'm going to put a plus sign here is because this is, again, what they're getting paid. So this is all going to be added together. And then $60 for sink number 7 will give us then what this person gets paid walking out the door for that day. So $120 plus 90 plus 60 is going to give you, what, 270? 120 plus 90 plus 60. It gives you $270. Okay, now some comparisons can be made between the straight piece rate and the differential pay scale. When you look at the straight piece rate, it's $280 for 7 sinks. And for the differential pay scale, it's $270 for 7 sinks. So you might be thinking, well, it's better to go with the straight piece rate. But as soon as you do 1 more sink, you should notice that there might be a difference here, or 2 more sinks, there might be a difference, because this person will only get $40 per sink no matter how many they install. If this person goes up to, the next sink that this person installs is going to be a $60 sink for sink 8. This one's only going to get $40, so they'll end up at $320 for 8 sinks. And this person's going to get $60, which is going to put them at 330 for 8 sinks. So there you get some change in what would be a better amount here. So if you're more productive, differential pay scale is better. If you're less productive, straight piece rate would be better.